Hey, let's play Supreme Ruler 2030. The current date is July 24th, 2035. And in this episode, we're going to go and free North Carolina and Tennessee. So I'll take all of my land units and I'll bring them right down here into the eastern side of Virginia. And then I'll come and I'll select all of my Air Force that I have. And I'll find a good spot here down in Charleston. So now I'm going to go through my Air Force. Just a quick thing like usual, and I'll see that they are all unlocked. They have high initiative, cautious, and normal. Okay. And then I'm also going to go for the reserve units. And I'll make sure they're all set the same way. Yep. Okay. So now all I gotta do is wait for my units to come down here, and I'll probably go for North Carolina first, and then Tennessee, maybe South Carolina with it. And really quick, I'm gonna look through my buildings. I'm gonna build a bunch of farms. I'm gonna put them down on the map next to Kalamazoo. Put a bunch of farms around Kalamazoo here. So I have 18 farms in construction. I'll put a few at the minister's suggested location. Probably be a bunch up in Michigan. And I'll build 50 total. And I'll come through my resources. Everything looks pretty fine to me. Military goods is high. I'm going to come and check my production, and I have 23 active production facilities. I'm going to get rid of them. I'm going to deactivate all my land facilities. And then I'm just going to have these ones activated. No, I'm not going to have any activated right now. I'm going to keep building boats and jets. Not land units. So now that all my land units are down here, I'm going to kind of set them all up around the border. Ooh, and it looks like I got some damaged units from the last war. I'm just going to send those off for repair. The better my technology becomes, the more likely the units are going to repair themselves on the battlefield. And I'm hoping that this war might go fairly quick. Yeah, so I'll just take my units and I'll line them up by the border, one by one. Let's see, fill it in down here. Now this is a long border to fill. I'm going to put time on a little faster. Whenever I click on the unit, it drives over another unit I'd like to click on. So bring it across the border to the east, and bring these guys across the border to the west. And since I'm going to war with Tennessee or with South Carolina first, I'm going to bring more units to this side. I'm going to make sure that I at least have a couple stacks over here to defend the bridges. And if I look at my research, it seems like I'm going to have a few of these researches finished and pretty quick. This one here, about 38 days. This one's 53 days. I'd like for this to be a relatively longer episode. Alright, so I'm going to come and fill in the backs of my line like this. That way I have more units. The more units, the better. And I think that's about good. I'll have to pull all these units back together. And I'd like to see my reserve. I have 695 reserve units. I have only one tank in reserve. I should take a few infantry. Yeah, I'm going to take a couple of my infantry. Let's see, I'll go all the way down the list to the bottom of the infantry units. And let's see, I'll take 26, and that's 8,000 troops total. So I'll bring all of them down here. And then I'll bring these guys to the center also. It's August 8th. While I'm waiting for those units to come down, I'm going to come and check out the rest of the world. And oh my god. So Israel, I think it looks like it's taken over half the world. It's the same over here with United Korea. Yeah, so it looks like Israel might take over a whole lot. It might go up here into Europe. What's this? Yeah, here's all the merchant marines. And I really don't like that I left that on, and there's no way to turn it off now that the game started. So it's just something that it's going to have to be dealt with. But it's basically, the merchant marine basically just sends units into suicide missions because they never defend themselves. They never send ships with it to defend them. They only send, can I change that? Nuclear weapons, approval, volatility, sanctions. Nope. I thought I could select an option to where the units would always follow. Let me check in here. First time, no, not first time, map. Let's see, city names, path, pitch. Nope. Controls. Battle group number, reverse, tooltip. Nah. Oh well. I'm over it. Now, let's see. It looks like I have just a few stacks. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll bring all of them down here. Random spots. Make sure I don't double select some of these units that are driving through each other's territory. Bring him straight down there. And here's a couple of walking units. I'm going to just get rid of those ones. So select them, click this, and now I'm going to click scrap. There we go. So now I got them lined up along the border here. Now I'm going to declare war. It is August 16th. I'm going to declare war on North Carolina and go. War is started. And where are they going? They're headed somewhere. They're headed up to me. And they're going to meet my units here in the woods, it looks like. What did they send? They sent an M3A3 Bradley. And a Striker TOW. So I will take my entire front line here. I'm going to move them in by one tile. Like that. Now see kind of what happens. Ooh, I woke the anthill up. So I'm going to send all my units back a little bit. Back to where they came from. Back to get resupplied. Now I'll let them come up. Yeah, so I'm going to entrench. Entrench everything. And I got a few units that I need to send for reply. Send to repair right away. Actually, quite a few. Alright, I think that's enough. Make sure I got these ones. Yeah. So now, I'll let it play for a little while. Oh, wait, my airplanes. So come up here and grab my jets. And I'm gonna fly down here. I'll put them right, all in the same spot, right over the border. We'll start bombing them. Now I'm gonna keep pausing it and send in some units for repair. Now over here, I'm gonna need this, and I'll just leave him. I'll leave him where he's at. They have a lot of units in reserve. So, let's take what I have left right here. There's 14 units total. So I'll take this half. This is 7 units. And I'm going to put them right here in the woods. Now I'll take the other half. That's 6 units. Put them right here next to it. And that's it for now. I'll hit play and I'll see what kind of damage is getting done. Okay, I already see another unit that I need to repair. These 2 units here. And I'm actually going to pull this stack down and replace it with the stack from the back there. I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to flip these stacks out like this. Actually, no, not that side. I'll flip them out with the other side like this. And okay, that looks good. And all of their units down here are looking bad. So I'm going to push this stack of tanks down, and I'll try to knock a bunch of these out of here. Same here. I'm going to send all of these stacks down, and I'm going to hit these artillery units. No, these are infantry. And I'll try to take this coal facility. And okay, everything else seems stable. I can move this stack of units. What's here? Nothing, just land. I'm going to move this stack of units just south of Dansville. And I'll come back to this battlefield. And I got their infantry on the run. And I have their units here. Okay, so I'm kind of out of units. I'm going to take these 7. Instead of going this way, I'm going to bring these down here. And park them right on the front lines. And I can send this unit back for some repairs. And I'll take this stack and I'm going to send it down right into the coal facility. And I still have my bombers bombing. And I took the coal facility. I'm going to add some garrisons. And I'm going to take all my ground units. And I'm going to click entrench just to make sure they're all entrenched. And I'll hit play. I'm going to take this stack of my ground units and I'm going to push them forward. And I'm going to try to scare this infantry unit away. Okay, he's gone. And there's a couple more things going on this side of the border. I'm going to come down here and take care of these 2 units. Okay, the front line is now quiet. Once again. Now they're going to come around and try to sneak through. I just got to make sure I fill my holes in. That's what happens when you have it on, what's it called? Military difficulty, very hard. Okay, so now I might want to push in. I want to take all of these units and go to repair. Yeah, repair every one of those ones. And it's the same here. I'm going to repair every one of these. Now go into my reserves. Let's see, look through here. I don't want artillery, don't want recon. I'm going to take a whole bunch of infantry from here, and then I'll keep going all the way up, halfway up the list. I'll see what I got. 89. 28,000 soldiers with 89 units, 4,806 vehicles. I'm going to set them right here in West Virginia. Now they'll come out of their bunkers and get ready to fight. So I'm going to use them later. Tennessee might be worse. Might have more units come out of the barracks than this one did. But I think it's time to push forward, and I'm going to push into Durham. I think. No, I'm just going to secure the border here. This right here, I got to fill this in. I'm going to come and take the woods here by the river. Because they keep coming up kind of and fighting me, so I should let them. I'm going to push in just a little. I don't really want to touch their cities yet. I'm going to come out this way. I'll try to knock these units out. Okay, so I did engage, and now they're coming down here. I don't want them to cross these rivers. And I probably have too many units over here, so I'll take this stack back over this way. Well, wait a minute, no. He'll go here, he'll go here, he'll go here, and he'll go here. Move them all down the line. Now, this guy, he's got to go repair before he gets blown up. Did I click repair? Yeah, he's going to go repair. And I'm going to push in towards Winston-Salem. So I'm going to push in with these 3 stacks forward, and I'm going to hit Winston-Salem and Kernsville. Try to clear the garrisons out. And okay, not good. I'm going to retreat, and we're going to send these 2 units to repair. What happened there? Yeah, get out of there. Not ready for that yet. I'll send these 4 units forward. Okay, back to this side. I'm going to send this stack down here. I'm going to push into Durham. That might be easier, because it's only one city sitting there by itself. And then if I can take it, I can kind of get closer to their capital. So I'm going to move this stack here, this one here, and then this stack right here. Oh. Okay, good. Hit play. And I have $186 billion. And that's a lot. So now I'm fighting Durham. And I guess Chapel Hill also. That's fine, whatever. Take this tank and repair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now send these 2 units forward. And this whole stack's got to come out of here before anybody dies. And I lost a unit, looks like. No. I'm about to use a unit. About to lose a unit. Repair all 3 of those, and I'll pull this stack forward. And I am going to go ahead and do a retreat out of there. And it looks like the only jets I have left are transport supply jets. So I'm going to come here and see what I have available. Let's see, selective. Down here, I got a few multi-roles and fighter jets. I'm going to put them over here, over their capital. And it looks like I'm going to fight Burlington. I'm going to pull forward towards Burlington, but not with him. Just with these 2 stacks. Here and here. And I won't be able to... I don't want to touch Chapel Hill. I want to get rid of Burlington though. Now I can take these units here, and I'm going to hit Chest. I'm going to hit Greensboro. So we'll do all that at the same time. Yeah, and I don't want to hit High Point, just Greensboro. And I want to look at these. What the hell is this? Black Hawk helicopters and shit. Yeah, I'm going to put these helicopters over here. I forgot that I didn't want to put helicopters on the front line. Okay, so some of these units can be repaired. I'll repair that anti-tank unit. These 2 anti-tanks. The 53rd and the 54th. And Greensboro doesn't have any garrisons. I'm going to move forward to Burlington. So I've now captured Burlington. I'll make sure this... Try to get this helicopter to come over here. There we go. So now Greensboro's good. So I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to hit Winston-Salem and also Kernsville and High Point all at once and take Greensboro and fill it with garrisons. And I'll come back here and entrench everybody. And I have to repair this tank before he blows up. I'll check over here. I don't see anything bad going on. Just some fighting happening here. And oh yeah, you know what I gotta do? I'm going to go to sound, turn down battle sound just a little bit here. I think that was too loud. I play. And hey, what happened here? I'm gonna retreat this stack. They're looking pretty thin, and I'm gonna pull this one. See, it has all tanks and then one anti-tank, and I'll replace it and put it right there. I can move one unit down into here too. Oh, right when I moved, they came in. They came in and took it. Let's chase them away. Okay, so all of those cities look like they can be secured. So I'm gonna go south and take all of them. High Point, Winston, Kernsville. So now I'm fighting with Thomasville and Lexington. Well, Thomasville, yeah, they still have garrisons. Anyway, so I'll go to theater control and I'll maximize garrisons. And I'm going to do another hit onto Durham. And this time I am going to hit Chapel Hill from both directions. And I'm probably not going to take them. I'm probably going to have to do a retreat. But I'll sit here as long as I can. And I'm going to entrench them. Probably a good idea. Oh yeah, so this one needs to repair. And let's see, this one... No, he's good. I could probably... I can fit another stack of units in there, so I'm gonna bring these ones down here, put these in Burlington, take the stack in Burlington and park them here next to Chapel Hill. A little bit more firepower, and I can stop them from running. See, they had all these units here trying to run away. So now they have to go south, but these ones I got cut off, ambushed them. And I'm going to take this infantry, he's going to go get repaired. And I guess I'm going to take these troops from Dansville, and I'll come down to this forest here with this infantry. It's hitting our tanks from the behind. Now I am going to cross the bridges. Every bridge at once. We'll come down all the way to the other side of this bridge here. So let's see. Before I push forward, I'm going to take these tanks and repair them. Now I'm going to go and take Thomasville. Right, and I also have to take this one called Ashboro. That's alright, it won't be hard. Repair that infantry, repair this tank. So I don't think I've lost any units yet. Well, yeah, I have. I lost Abrahams, AWACS, 2 of those AWACSs. So I'll come down here to Salisbury. Looks like they're pushing their units forward onto me. So I'll come over like this. I'll try to stop them. Yeah, and I'll come down. I'll bring this unit from Thomasville down. Now we're tightening Ashboro from 3 different angles. Okay, Ashboro is taken. Now I'm going to do an attack on their capital. I'm going to push down towards Wake Forest, and I'm going to hit their capital of Riley. Oh, no I'm not. Bad idea. Back up. Send this tank to repair. And I'm going to cut these units off. Try to ambush. They're 2 strikers. Yeah, that'll be fine. So Durham is taken. I'm going to pull into Durham and then back out of it. That way I can get the barracks to empty. Maybe I can blow a few more of these vehicles up. I'll move it. I'll do the same thing for Chapel Hill, and then I'll move right back out of it, just to scare him a little. Now I'll come over here, and I'm going to pull all the way into Ashboro. So now it's part of Michigan. And I'll take these units from around here, the one from up here too. I'll bring them all down. I'm going to do a big push towards the capital. Oh, that's my units are sitting there. That's stupid. Because I did lose one. So I had them sitting there and I had one blown up. That's alright. So alright, I'm going to push in here and I'll touch Wake Forest, Riley. I'll park in Durham and what's this called? Chapel Hill. And I still didn't clear Durham all the way. That's alright. I just want to make sure I see my units. This one needs a repair. Probably bring another couple stacks over here like this. Good. I'm going to take the stack that's fighting their capital and change it out with this bigger stack that's fighting Wake Forest. Probably have a better chance. These two are fighting here. Okay, so Wake Forest has no garrisons. So I'm going to push forward to Riley. So now we're coming in from the east. The garrison should fall now faster. Okay, I'm going to send this tank to repair, and I'll send this other tank forward, just one, to replace it. Now come back through and I'll select my airplanes, and I'll unselect these helicopters. Oh, okay, that looks good. And I'm going to come right here, north of their capital. That way I can have supplies on my units and I can bomb them with my jets. And I want to keep my eyes open. This tank can get repaired. The other one can hang out a little while. This unit here, this armored recon, he's got to go get some repairs. And I have $86 billion. I want to check and see. Yeah, all of this stuff is okay looking. So this city here, Cary, has no garrisons left. So the only fight now is with their capital. I'm going to take this tank, this Abrahams, and I'm going to repair it, that one. And I'll pull this tank forward. I'm going to replace this whole vehicle stack with the one from behind it. And if I push into Cary, I'm going to start fighting with Apex. I'm not ready for that yet. I'm hoping that they fall when their capital falls. Now, just for supply reasons, I'm going to switch these two stacks from Wake Forest over to the field on the outskirts. Yeah, see, they filled up with supply right away. And I guess while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to pull these units up like this and fight Statesville and Canopolis. But then as soon as I come down, I'm just going to move my units right back up. And hopefully that'll just provoke them into fighting over here a little more. And I can pull these units down and I can fight with Salisbury. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take 3 of these tanks and I'll push them down here. Now I come back and look at their capital. I'll repair this tank. And the 2 of their units left, and it looks like the capital is empty. So what I'm going to do is take this unit and park it south of Raleigh, and I'll fight Apex. The units from Wake Forest are going to be the ones to go into Riley. And then I'll have these units from Burlington way over here park into Cary. Now replace the Burlington units with these ones here, these random ones. guess I'll repair that one and send this one over here. This is an infantry. Okay, I think that'll work. So now I'm fighting with this Apex, city called Apex. It's September 14th, 2035. Okay, so I'm gonna pause it and take this anti-tank and repair that one. And these units have no supply. That's alright, they don't really need any. I'm gonna take these ones, this anti-tank and infantry, I'll repair those. And I'm gonna pull these units down into the forest, like this, and like this, and I'll get ready to attack all these cities. That'll be my next push, if they don't surrender here soon. Actually, no, I changed my mind. I'm gonna come take this farm really quick. I'll take this farm and I'll take this whole, like, Greenville, Rocky Mountain, Wilson area. I think that'll be the way to go. So I'll bring a few units down, a couple stacks. This tank's sitting here, I need to repair. Now I do have a whole bunch of infantry units up here, so I'm going to use these. I'm going to send a couple of these stacks down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's send 4 of them. Yeah, and they're not getting through my front line now, but I wish they'd try. I think they're out of units. Yeah, so I'm going to push into Rocky Mount and Wilson. I'll fight Rocky Mount and Wilson towards Greenville. Well, I'm going to retreat these units because I don't want to fight with Goldsboro too. They are bringing some tanks up here to help. So repair that unit. That anti-tank, or is it infantry? That infantry. And the tanks always lose supply real fast. So I'm going to back these tanks out, put the infantry units there instead. And they're going to start shooting. Tanks run out of ammo fast. Infantry runs out of hit points fast. So I'm going to send these 3 stacks down and fight with Greensville. I could probably rotate this down like this. Yeah. Nope, and now I'm fighting Kinston, so I don't want to fight with Kinston. I'm going to retreat and pull back up and just keep fighting Greensville. Kinston's too much right now. I'll take these units in Rocky Mount, move them down into Greensville. Taken. I can pull these 2 units both south, and this stack just south, and I'll have these 3 units fighting with Goldsboro. So we'll take Goldsboro next. I'm back to $101 billion. And I'm going to go ahead and take, what's this one? Kinston. So now I'll fight Kinston. So I'll come down here and we'll hit Kinston from 3 different angles. And I'll pull in the Goldsboro and we'll take that. Fill it with garrisons. I'll click theater control and fill everything with garrisons. And Kinston is as good as mine. I'm just going to pull these infantry units in ahead of schedule. We'll just drive right in there. So I'll come back here to the west side of the map. And I'm going to pull all these units in towards Hickory. I'm going to take all of these industrial facilities and shit like that, all here by Hickory. Now, I do have some more tanks here I can take down. Probably need to replace one of these stacks really quick here. Yeah, I'll move these ones over here, and then these ones down south. Get some fresh units in to fight Hickory. Got some Hummers. Got a crazy Max Pro light infantry. It looks weird. And some tanks. Alright, that's clear. So move into Hickory and these petroleum coal plants. Perfect. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna push in towards Apex. So Apex has no garrisons. I'm gonna fall right into it, and we'll attack this industrial facility and Sanford. Now I can bring this unit into the woods and hit this Striker Tau unit from behind. Get rid of him. I'm gonna repair my tank. I'm going to take some units into this industrial facility. There's some of these random single units that are sitting all over. Pull them right in there. Create a brand new stack. Now I'll probably want to come and take Fort Bragg. So I'm going to take all of these stacks like this. I'll go 1, 2, 3. And I'll put one in the middle of this highway and then another one right here. We'll use all those units to come here and take Fort Bragg. So now I did take Sanford, so Sanford is now mine. Sanford is just north of Fort Bragg. Okay, now I can move these 2 units, one more tile closer. And I'm just going to wait a few seconds and make sure they all have supplies, and they do. So, time to move in. Like this, and like this. And like this, and like this. So now I'm surrounding them, attacking them from almost every angle. Okay, so now they are completely surrounded. I'm gonna pull right in, no problem at all. Fort Bragg is now mine, and I'm hoping they give up soon. There they go. I'll annex them. Oh, wait a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and redo that. I'll click on their flag and their democracy button, and I'll return the territory as a colony. I'll click diplomatic offer. They have no technologies. They have no military designs. Now I'll go back to diplomatic. Whoops. Diplomacy down here on the bar, and I'll annex. Now right click, theater control, repair all buildings, garrisons, maximize garrisons. Now I'll take all my units that I have on the ground, and I'll put them all right here back where they came from, in West Virginia. Alright. So we took Charlotte. Charlotte, North Carolina is saved. They've been rescued. And oh, right, because I wanted to take Tennessee. Whoops. That's alright. I'll take all the units. We'll move them back over here. We can reorganize everything. Yeah, I'm going to park them here. And this is in Kentucky. And I'll just wait for them to pull up. I'll come through my resources. And I really do need more uranium. And I have 37 uranium mines being constructed. I'm going to fill this whole peninsula up with uranium mines in Ontario. Just like this. That should be alright. And do I need anything else? I got plenty of wood, plenty of coal, plenty of rubber. I got 24 farms in construction. I'm going to build the minister suggested area, and I'll build 100 more farms. All in California, it looks like. Okay, so I got 100 more farms in construction. I'm still waiting for my units to pull forward, so that's fine. Give them some time. Alright, it looks like they still need some more time. So I'm going to come look around at the world. Now when a nation spreads out really far, it does start to break down. And you can see here that partisan units are being formed all over. And a lot of Israel's military, it looks like, is driving around fighting partisan units. And I can check and see who they're at war with, I think. So let me see here. I'll go into my diplomacy button. They're at war with Chad, Ethiopia, Kurdistan, Libya, Oman, and RS forces. Wow. And down here, we have Brazil fighting with Colombia in the jungle. Looks like most of their units are out of gas. Slowly fighting here and there. So Greece fell. There's no more Greece anymore. Now over here I'm looking at Rajasthan. Huh. Crazy dangerous world. What's this over here? West Germany? So West Germany's pretty much grew and then they stopped fighting. I'll head back over here, get to my units, and they are ready. Yeah, so we'll send our units here to the border, a whole bunch of them. Each one of these divots will get one. I know I already put them there, and then I accidentally moved them all. It's whatever. Let's see, I'll take this one here and here. All down. Hundreds of units. I would put the AI on to control my tanks, but if I do that, the only thing they'll do is all of them will immediately rush to the ocean, get into merchant marine, and then they'll come down here for some reason. I don't know why. That's why I never use it. I don't understand how they decide they go, like where they go. But if I don't use it, I don't have to worry about it. And I'll send a few more over here into the woods. Just like this. Looks like this too. Bring a few more down. Oh right, I need to cover this area over here also. Just like that. Here's another stack I could use. I'll bring them all the way around. Probably good enough. I don't know how much troops Tennessee has. They might have a lot or they might not have any. They might not really have any troops at all I have to deal with. But you never know. You never know. I don't have any intel on them. I don't really mess with that stuff. Now, when these units leave the circle, I can select all of these units back up in the circle here. Probably just take half of them, and then I'll go like this. Select them individually, and I'll move them a little more north than they were originally. So I think I've hit a point where I can go ahead and turn off, where does it say, units eliminate on fall. Yeah, I'm going to turn that one off. So now whenever somebody's conquered, their units don't pull over. Because half of my army is from conquering other states. And I don't want to take any more extra units. So if I turn that off, I'll just scrap them right away. As soon as I conquer the territory, the units will be scrapped. And I think I'm ready. I'm going to declare war on Tennessee. 59% justification. Okay, there it is. Now I'll wait a few seconds, and I'm just going to see what they do. I will take my jets. Now fly them over here. Drop them right in the middle of the state. I don't really see any units coming out of the barracks. Okay, so Tennessee's not doing very well. I'm gonna push my units in here and take Johnson City and Bristol. Those would be my two first targets. Okay, I took Bristol, and Johnson City has fallen. I'm gonna go up and take Asheville. Asheville, Tennessee. I have to cross the border in order to get the garrisons to come out. Oh, they don't have any garrisons here. It's the same with this facility. There's no garrisons in it. Kingsport has garrisons though. So I'm going to pull up here. We'll surround Kingsport from every direction. Take it out. And the next target will be Morristown. So drive our troops down like this into the woods. Capture Morristown. And I am going to pull up here to the bridge. Might as well secure the bridge location also. Like this. Okay, Morristown is now in Michigan. Now I'll come down and I'll take Knoxville. Knoxville, Tennessee. You know, seeing Knoxville, that reminds me of another game I like to play. I might play that tonight. I won't say what it is, but if you know, you know. And here's Maryville. Oak Ridge. Yeah, so let's take all these towns. I'm going to pull this deck back and retreat, and I'll replace it with this one, and he ain't doing nothing. And Knoxville is taken. I'll pull up and I'll also take these coal power plants. And they're trying to fight me from Maryville across the river. Okay, so I just researched social reform waste auditing. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to check it out. Let's see, go to recently completed. Thought I could like read it. Oh, known technologies, social, waste management, waste audit, social reform, waste auditing. The proponents of global warming have convinced the administration that everyone should pay for the waste they create. By having the waste audited, each household can be charged for waste they create. That's a good idea. Environmental rating 4%, environment cost 2%. Alright, so I'm going to take this tank, this infantry stack, and these tanks can come down here and take this hydroelectric dam. It should fall easy because it's an industrial facility out here. And then right away, I'll redirect these tanks and infantry over here, up towards Maryville. And we'll fight them from behind. Okay, so I took Maryville. Make sure to put my garrisons in all these buildings. So now I'm going to take Cookeville. So let's head down. I'll take all my helicopters out of here. Goddamn helicopters. We'll head down to Cooksville. Cooksville, Tennessee. While I'm fighting Cooksville, I'll send these units over here to this facility, this industrial coal mine. It'll be easy to take. Cooksville's mine. And I'm going to fight this industrial complex just south of Cooksville. Okay, it's taken. Let me take this industrial facility now. Park a couple units on the bridge. Okay, it's taken. Now I'll come and get this nuclear power plant. Right along the river here. And I will prepare an attack down here into Cleveland and Chattanooga. just park some of my units right up and down this road. They don't need to be back here anymore. Got a whole lot of them back there. Alright, I will pull forward and hit Cleveland. Looks like I'll only be able to hit it from 2 locations at once, but that's fine. It's fine with me. Now I'll take my infantry and I'll run them up here. I'll take these tanks and park them into Cleveland. Well, they're not just tanks, infantry. There's only one tank in that stack. And Chattanooga. I'm going to hit it with my infantry. I can only use one stack, so I'll see how that works. I will pull back 1 infantry and I'm going to pull this tank forward here. Hit it with 1 tank at least. Awesome. And I'll pull into Chattanooga and we'll secure the area. Taken. Alright, so I'm going to come in here now. Nashville. Think about taking Nashville. First I'll take Clarksville. Get Clarksville out of the way. And I'm going to attack Gallatin and Lebanon. Get them out of the way too. Clear around the outskirts here. Okay, Clarksville's taken. Pull a couple of my units into there. And it looks like I can pull into this highway. Probably be a good idea. Okay, so I'll secure Lebanon and Gallatin. Well, Gallatin is going to touch Hendersonville, so I won't do that. I'll keep my units in the woods. And I am going to put some garrisons into it. Theater, garrisons. And I have a direct path to Nashville. Okay, I didn't really notice that, but now I do. So I'm going to take all of these units and bring them down like this, over the bridge. And let's see. I can move him north. This stack will go north. And this stack can come here into the woods. Now we'll put in this unit for repair. Okay, so I'm going to go and attack Nashville. So I'll come take this unit between Nashville and Franklin. This one will touch Nashville. Now he can come down just to Franklin. This one's going to touch both with these units to help, and then I'll send him here. He's going to go here. This one will send him there. This one can go here. Okay, so okay, that's fine. Like this. That'll be good. Well, should send him down one more tile like this, and I'll send him to where he was going to go, and these infantry units, they're going to go here. Now I'll see how that works. That's going to be a big move. So here we are. I surrounded Nashville and all its surrounding villages. And I'm going to take my units and I'm going to entrench them all in the right spots. Make sure they don't get hurt too bad. Tell them to dig in, boys. Okay, I don't see any damage really going on. I'm going to come over here and select my airplanes. And I'm just going to take just a few jets. Take some multi-rolls all the way down here to the... I'll just take all of the multi-roll jets. I'm going to park them right over top of Nashville. And I will take these few units. I see them flying around, these carriers and shit for fuel. I'm going to park them here. Maybe they'll bring some gasoline over to my units. Yep, they did. So I got resupplied. I can pull this vehicle stack into Smyrna, or whatever, and into Henderson. And it looks like, oh, you know what? I just took Nashville. So let's just pull right in. Nashville's mine, and I'm going to colonize Tennessee. Now let's do the diplomatic offer. and see what they have. Nothing. They don't have nothing to offer me. I'll take those stacks of missiles though. Okay, so now I'll come back and I will annex. Now what's this? North Carolina. I'm gonna have to annex North Carolina. Now this one here, West Virginia. I guess that little bubble won't matter. There's an Illinois bubble. I will take that. I will return as colony and then annex. What's this spot here? Indiana? No, I'll keep that. What exactly happened when I did that switch? Okay, so it removed all the garrisons is what it did. Theater control, repair everything, garrison everything. And I'll do the same thing on this side of the map. Repair and garrison. Select all my units, all my land units, and I'll consolidate them all. Let's see, I'll put them here in Bowling Green. Bowling Green, Kentucky. Wait, Kentucky. I was just in Tennessee. What's in Tennessee? Let me see. No, this is North Carolina. Here's Tennessee. Here's Knoxville. Knoxville, Tennessee. Is there a Knoxville, Kentucky? Fort Knox. Fort Knox, Kentucky. I was thinking Knoxville and Fort Knox were the same thing, but they're like in two different states. I guess they're pretty close. Oh well. I don't live down there, so secondhand knowledge, I guess. But that's it. That's it for my episode. We got a lot of things under construction. Took a lot of land. I have $243 billion. So I'm going to push my social assistance up and just distribute that money to my citizens. And the good people of Tennessee are now free. Same with North Carolina here. I should take South Carolina, but I might do that in my next episode because this episode is over. Thanks for watching. I hope you had a good time. I know that this episode is pretty exciting for me to play right now. I'll save this, episode 23. Alright. Whoops. Alright, turn this off. See ya.